Imagine holding your baby, and suddenly she starts floating into the air. That's exactly what happened to the king and queen on the day of their daughter's baptism. Everything seemed perfect, until an uninvited guest arrived at the castle. A mysterious woman with glowing blue eyes. And when she secretly cast a spell, the tiny princess began to float like a balloon. Now the whole castle is in chaos. Why has the princess lost her gravity? And can anyone bring her back down? Let's find out in today's magical story. The Floating Princess. It was a beautiful morning at the royal castle. The king and queen were celebrating a very special day. Their baby daughter, Princess Ellen, was about to be baptized. Guests filled the grand hall with smiles and laughter. Everything felt perfect. But suddenly, slightly worried, the king gasped. "Oh no!" He slapped his forehead. "I forgot to invite my sister, Lady Agnes." At that very moment, the castle doors slowly opened. And there she was. Lady Agnes stepped inside the hall, her dark cloak flowing behind her. Her eyes glowed with a strange blue light. "You forgot to invite me," she said quietly. "But I came anyway." No one noticed as she slipped toward the baptism fountain. From her cloak, she pulled out a tiny silver bottle. "This will make things interesting." She poured a sparkling potion into the holy water. Then she whispered a secret spell. Moments later, the priest gently blessed the baby princess. Princess Ellen suddenly burst into laughter. A sweet, joyful laugh. But something strange was happening. The nanny felt it first. Confused. "Wait. Why does the baby feel so light?" And then, excited, Princess Ellen floated right out of her arms. Up, toward the ceiling. The tiny princess kicked her feet and giggled happily in the air. The nanny screamed, "The baby! She's flying!" Servants rushed into the hall with a ladder. The king stared in shock. The queen gasped. And the little princess kept floating. Like a balloon. Mysterious tone. Something magical had happened. The king was holding the princess. He rocked her gently. But suddenly he frowned. "How strange," he murmured. "What is it?" the queen asked. The king looked confused. "I can barely feel her weight." And then, the baby floated right out of his arms. "Help!" the king shouted. Servants rushed in again with the ladder. One servant climbed up and carefully grabbed the floating baby using long golden tongs. Everyone stared in shock. Princess Ellen had lost her gravity. And far away in the shadows, Lady Agnes smiled.